To submit a dive plan in Bloop, choose Add Dive Plan from the Quick Add menu in the top right. All dive plans must be filed against a project or, in the case of aquarium sites, an exhibit. Projects you're explicitly named on are listed here in the top section. Any projects which are available for any diver at your institution can be chosen from the selection below. Let's add a dive plan for the ocean density study. All dive plans can be given a name. You can specify whether it's a single day of diving or multiple days of diving. For a single day, the date and start time are required. For multiple days, you can specify a date range. Let's do a month's worth here. As much information as possible is inherited from the project. The Urchin Density Project details are viewable under this information tab here. The dive site's already populated. This is only for named divers. The vessel we're going to use to get out to the dive site we can choose here. We can specify our breathing gas. Scuba's been inherited from the project definition, but if we might be diving on other methods, we can add them here. This will generate an alert telling you that this wasn't sanctioned by the principal investigator on the project definition. Choose scientific diving for the purpose, and maximum depth again is inherited from the project definition. If we try to increase this to a depth deeper, we get an alert telling us that that's outside the scope of the project definition. Moving over onto the next tab, we can see all the divers that have been authorised to dive for this project. Buddy team between Ariel and Brittany has already been set up, but the three of us down here haven't yet been allocated buddies. Given that there's three of us, we can set up a team name, team number 1, which will satisfy our dive buddy requirements. The final tab, we can give a detailed description of the activity we're going to plan. The emergency action plan, the default is pre-populated based on the dive site that's been selected. We can add to that here. Any changes we make, we can update back to the action plan for the specific dive site. An emergency contact and an emergency phone number are supplied, and we submit the plan, which goes to the DSO. Had we put anything in that plan which Bloop thought was outside the scope of the project, or divers whose qualifications and training didn't meet the scope of the dive plan, we'd get an alert here, and the DSO will also get that alert. Once the plan's approved, you'll receive email confirmation that it's approved. If further information is required, that will also be alerted to you via email.